Have your attention, please. My name's Marty Akins. I'm the chairman. Welcome to the meeting of Tuesday, what is it, May 13th, 2025. It's the vice chairman, Mr. Chin, board members, Mr. Himmel, Mr. Frankel, Mr. O'Brien, and Ms. Barry's a member behind me. The assistant, yeah, Charlie Dong is the assistant to inspectional services, inspectional director, the assistant. If you got a cell phone or a pager, could you please put it on silent and vibrate, not to interrupt the meeting. If you're gonna speak, please go outside. We have a motion to waive the reading of the minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I move to waive the reading of the minutes from the regularly scheduled hearing on April 22, 2025.
Second,
Second, yeah. Sorry.
on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, so moved. Under new business, ZBA 2510, JCB Architect LLC for a variance and finding to increase the number of stories from 2.5 with dormers on the premises of 66 Middlesex Street in Quincy. The applicant, representative here.
Yes.
1 second. If anyone's going to speak tonight, please stand up and raise your right hand. If anyone's going to speak, if you think you might speak.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the matter now in hearing? Thank you.
You have the floor.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Jim Chen of JCPT Architect. Tonight, we have, our subject property is 66 Middlesex Street. Unfortunately, I cannot show this on the screen. It's not connecting. So I would have to, it's a small screen, have to show it on.
All right, someone said you got to change your plans.
After looking through the proposal, we do feel like, the height is exceeding. So we're, the owner is here with us tonight, Margie Fitzpatrick. We're hoping to reduce the dormer down to like maybe a 6 feet wide, or even completely removing the dormer. So it will maintain at 2.5 stories rather than 3 story.
Okay. Go ahead, continue.
So this lot is at the corner of Bayside Road and Middlesex Street.
Yep.
The lot size is 3,200 square feet. It's the lot itself is an existing non-conforming lot, and the structure itself, it's an existing non-conforming structure, not meeting current standards setbacks. So what we're proposing is to do is at the back of the house, we're pushing it out 7.4 feet, and then with the total width of the house, which is at 20 feet, 0.7, leaving it 13 feet setback at the side. And then the overall proposal, the height, our current proposal is to have a dormer at a full width dormer at the third story attic. But after looking at it, it's quite extensive. Due to the fact of looking from Bayside Street, the garage is actually fully exposed. So when you look at it, it actually looks like it's 3.5, 4 stories high. So we're open to reduce that dormer and then maintain that the existing building height.
What? So you're going out the back of the house, this here, 7 feet in the new foundation, correct?
Correct.
So you're taking the side setback down, and it's frontage too on that side. Supposed to have 25 feet, you only got 12.5, correct?
Yes. So we're meeting the.
Now, what are you doing with you're saying the garage is sticking out?
So the garage is sticking out from Bayview Road. That's going to be maintained at that height.
Right where it is? It's
Right where
staying
it is.
right where it is?
Correct.
Okay. So what are you doing on the third floor now?
Well, it's originally proposed as a playroom. It can still be a playroom without the dormers.
And what's with the number of bedrooms and baths?
Number of bedrooms, as proposed, we have a one-bedroom on the lower floor. The owner would like to have a first floor living space. And then on the second floor, there's two bedrooms and two baths.
And everything's full bath, so you got a half bath there too, correct?
Half bath on the
First
lower-
floor?
First floor, correct.
And downstairs,
Downstairs, a full bath,
a full bath. In the basement, a full bath and a half on the first floor,
half and a full. Oh, yeah,
1.5.
yeah, correct.
Right. And then upstairs on the second floor, you got two baths.
Two full baths,
All right. So you got 4.5 baths, right?
correct.
For a three-bedroom.
Yes.
Is there any reason why?
The half bathroom is in the common space, and all the other ones are inside the bedroom.
Is that your proposal?
Excuse me?
Is that it?
That is it, unless.
All right, let me see if, council has got a meeting upstairs. I'd like to let him speak first.
Of course.
Council, if you might.
Thank you. I haven't been here in a while. I usually send a note and a letter. And I first off want to thank what this board does, your outstanding work to protect our neighborhoods, especially in Ward 6. Ward 6 is Resident A in many of the parts. And protecting that protects more than a lot of people realize. Since being ward counselor, I've only wanted to make sure that the safety of the folks in Ward 6, the neighbors, the community, in all sections, from Marina Bay to Squantum to North Quincy, folks are protected. And part of that is, especially when we're dealing with ZBA issues, when we have the possibilities of Airbnbs, and we all know about the Airbnb, which is right in the same neighborhood that we're dealing with. And part of the process of coming in front of the zoning board is to contact the ward council. And my biggest concern is, from what I understand, the contact was an email in February. And no phone calls all the way up until this point. The importance of contacting the ward counselor, or any of the counselors, is to assure that if there is an issue from the get-go, we save time not only for this board, not only for the people proposing their project, and the residents, and to take the stress of the surrounding folks. And that's what you hear all the time here, and I know you do. And I've seen some of the meetings, and you hear it.
Yeah.
In this case, no phone call was made to me. And I know, because my city phone, as if you have them on the board, it's public record. I don't delete anything. I don't erase emails. I've had my phone several times and other issues brought up in public record and Freedom of Information Act. Somebody could pull it up and know that I did not get a phone call. Which leads us to the fact that we have folks here from the neighborhood that are very, very concerned, and I'm concerned as well. I won't take up much more time, and as I said, my primary concern is the impact to this quiet residential A neighborhood. The 66 Middlesex Home Project abuts a dirt road on Bayside Road and the Squantum Bay Saltwater Cove. Therefore, the 66 Middlesex Street proposed project is subject to the jurisdiction of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection, the DEP. Wetlands Protection Act, as well as the City of Quincy's Conservation Commission Wetlands Ordinance. So I think that's very important. I don't know if anybody really looked at it hard, but I believe that that's true. Presently, I am not aware of any pending and/or approved filings with the City of Conservation Commission, Department, the DEP, regarding this proposed 66 Middlesex Street project. At this time, I would ask the City of Quincy Zoning Board of Appeals stay all future further actions until the City of Quincy Conservation Commission, as well as the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection, review it. You need to get their comments and a DEP file number and issue order of conditions before the zoning board rule. It is possible the DEP might request material plan changes regarding this proposal as well. So that's the best I got
Yeah.
in order to protect my constituents.
I get it.
Yes.
I get it, Council.
I appreciate everything you folks do, and thank you very much.
Thanks for your time. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thanks for making time for
Run
us.
upstairs.
I know you gotta go. Okay. Is there anyone that would like to speak in favor? Anyone here want to speak in favor? First call, second call.
May I speak?
You can speak, ma'am. Name and address for the record, please.
Do I come up here?
Yes.
It's my first time here, so it's.
That's all right. Relax.
I'm a bit
We're all
nervous. My name is Marjorie Fitzpatrick. I came from Ireland 50 years ago, July 13th. I'm going to be 70 years of age next year. I'm buying this for my retirement home. To be honest with you, I've been looking for a house. I didn't want to go to the Cape. Anything that I'm going to be interested in for my retirement will be, I live in Arlington now. I've lived there for many years. I've always wanted a house on the water. I've saved very hard and worked very hard all my life for this. I can assure you this will be nothing but my home. I have longevity in my family. My parents and my grandparents actually lived into their 90s. All my brothers and sisters are much older than I am. And while we have longevity, we also have a little bit of arthritis. So all I wanted was the 7 feet at the side of the house so that I can have a first floor bed and bath for myself should down the road, because I'm hoping that this will be the house that I'll be dying out of. When I had seen that, I see the Mr. and Mrs. Laporte are here, and I saw that their son Brian had done a 3rd floor. I think he had anyway. It looks to me, that's okay then if he didn't. I thought he had across the street, and there's a few more houses. And so maybe I miscommunicated this a little bit. The most important thing for me would be the 1st floor bedroom. That's the most important thing. I do entertain a lot in that I have my 5 nieces here from Ireland who all are married in the Boston area, south as well. I go to the Irish Cultural Centre in Canton. The Irish Pastoral Centre is in Dorchester. And so that's why I wanted to be on the water, and I don't want to go to the Cape. I want to stay in Boston where all the people are that I know. And I wanted the 1st floor bedroom. I did say to Jim, what are you going to be allowed to do upstairs? And he said, well, we can try for a dormer. If I don't get the dormer, I don't get the dormer. It's not the end of the world. I don't really care so long as I have plenty of bedrooms for 2 bedrooms for my on the 2nd floor for my relatives who come from Ireland every couple of years, my older sisters and that kind of thing. Other than that, I don't know, you know, that's my goal. This is going to be my retirement home. I can assure you, at 70 years of age, I'm not opening an Airbnb.
Right.
And I'm more than happy. I've gone and met all the neighbors. I'm more than happy to work with them. They've been extremely welcoming to me and very nice to me. And so I'm just feeling actually really bad that I'm putting people through this. This was not my intention at all. If I get a bathroom up there, I get a bathroom. If I don't, I don't. It's not the end of the world. I hope that's okay that I say those things. I feel terrible that I'm making people feel that I'm.
No, we got certain rules we try to follow for the neighborhoods. That's what it is.
I understand. And I feel badly also about the counselor. We did reach out to him in February, and he had an email, and I know he had all the plans. But I know these things, again, get mislaid, but, we get so many emails every day, it's hard. But anyway, I'm retiring in December, and I was hoping to be in the house for Christmas, but if I'm not, I'm not. And I'm just hoping that if you're making more appointments for the board, that I'm not going to be put out, months and months, because I'd really like to get on with this before the winter comes in again. That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
May I add something?
Sure.
So, I certainly do respect what Councilor Harris has
Yep.
been saying about the DEP, but this lot is not within the jurisdiction of DEP or any kind of floodplain, based on the Quincy zoning map.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? Last call, in favor?
I am Michael Carey, 59 Dundee Road. I live in Squanham. I know Margie for a long time, and I think she's very flexible. She wants to do the right thing, and she wants to move in there. I know he was worried about Airbnb and all that stuff, but I think she just wants to live there herself, and I would trust her when she says she does. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Anyone else? Call up out of hearing closed. Any correspondence? It's from the DPW. They've reviewed the submittal of the project and they have no comments at this time. Is there anyone opposed or undecided? Step up to the mic, name and address, please.
My name is Arthur Laporte. I live at 58 Middlesex Street, which is adjacent to 66 Middlesex Street. I've been there for 43 years. What I'm opposed, I've got a nice little letter here, but I'll just tell you, so we're opposed to the third floor. About anything else. Variance, I don't think they need a variance for the addition, or whatever that is.
You do.
We were just, huh?
They do. Go ahead.
Okay, they do. So, we were opposed to the third floor. Recently, it happened to us on Middlesex Street right next to me, and when they put the third floor on, they had 8 children. So they were asking for a 5-bedroom, and foolishly, I didn't oppose it, because they had 8 children, they grew up next door to me. Now I have this house that overlooks my house, like a giant, and I told my wife I had put skylights in the roof of my house for the bed, for the bathrooms, and I had to put blinds in there too, because they can look right into the house. I'm like, my God, how did this happen?
Yeah, how
But
did it happen?
they moved out 3 years later. So,
That's what happens with property. Some people don't
so my
understand.
wife in here, I know there's other people who speak here from the city, but we were definitely opposed to the third floor.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. LaFleur. Anyone else? Opposed or undecided? Well, we gotta move the trial here. Anyone else?
Ian's a neighbor across the street.
Okay.
Ann Doherty, 66 Middlesex Street. 67, sorry.
Sounds like me.
66 on the brain. I just want to say,
5-6.
5-6.
5-6?
You say 5-6?
No, 6, 67 Middlesex, directly across the street. And I've been there 47 years. And I'm the little house in the neighborhood. And my concern was with the third floor. And just more height going up. And that was my big concern.
Very good. Thank you, Jerry. Mr. Anyone else? Right,
My name is Peter Donahue, I'm 49 Wedgewood Street.
what's your name?
Peter Donahue,
Okay. Go ahead, Peter.
and
49
Wedgewood,
49 Wedgewood?
yes.
Thank you.
And I live behind that big house that he was just talking about. And it's like, you look up and you're like, why'd I let them do this? But they had 8 kids, so you figured they'd stay a long time, but they didn't stay anyways. I'm just against the third floor, so I'm not against anything else.
Thank you. Anyone else? Second call? Third call? Call up out of hearing closed. Here's what I want to do myself, if I could, if we all could. Take another look at this. I didn't like the addition on the side. I just thought it was too much. They bought a house that's 3,200 square feet. They knew what they bought. And they want to remodel it and put your, yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the lot?
Yes. So you bought a lot, it's 3,200 square feet, you know what you bought, regular lots, 7,500, 6,850, 6,000, I mean, if you get somewhere in there, you got some room to play with some of these houses, but to me, I just think that back, it's just moving a lot line again on a little lot, you're going back, and it's just, and you want three, you get to sit and look at the water. You got balconies, 3 of them.
Yes, we have balcony basement.
So what were you planning on doing on the inside of that house? Just what's on this?
Yeah, correct,
Just putting the 3 bedrooms in?
that's correct.
The 3rd floor is definitely out. I mean, I wouldn't even consider that myself. I don't know if the board members would either, especially with something that small, a lot. I don't know, I'd like to take another look at this again. I looked at it and I just said no in the beginning in my head. It's just too small of a lot to put on an addition on the back. I know they want some balconies to look at the water. I have no problem with that. They can take the inside, do it all over, whatever they want, but keep the house the same. That's what I'd really like, but, I mean, I don't know how you feel, how you guys feel.
Yeah,
Sorry.
first with regard to the water side and, whether you're in the DPL area. I think I'd like to get a clarification, since the counselor indicated one idea and you indicated another. I think we would like to I would like to get a clarification as to whether you are,
Letter from Concom.
Concom, yeah.
From the Concom.
yeah,
I mean,
Just-
DEP, I don't know if they'd be
just for-
involved
just for
in that.
starters.
Yeah, Concom, and I don't think they are, but.
Secondly, I've been inside the house, I've been on the lot, I looked at the house myself before your client purchased it, and I'm very familiar with the size of it. So I do think that it's an awful lot of new construction in addition to the house for the size of the lot. I would not be comfortable with the 3rd floor.
What about the addition?
The addition I wasn't crazy about, but if they're taking away the 3rd floor, I'm okay with the addition.
So we're going from a 1,568 square foot house to 3,072 on a 3,200 square foot lot. And that's just
You're
completely,
taking the dormers out, so it's
if
dropping.
you take the whole 3rd floor off, you're right.
And then
You
take
leave
some
a
out.
little addition, I don't have a problem
But they'll
with that.
still have a walkway through the middle of that to get out to the balcony, to walk upstairs. But it's just their regular pitch roof. you know.
Right.
That brings it to the height so they can walk out to the balcony upstairs to give them that height. Probably have 11, I don't know,
But as
Nine,
presented,
it's
I would not vote for this,
as what?
as presented.
All right, But say he changed it, you don't want a third floor now.
No, I don't want it this long.
Right, no one does.
Yeah.
I don't think, yeah. What do you on the back, on the side, on that addition?
I could live with that.
All right.
That's the same, I agree, I can live with it too, and I haven't really heard anybody opposing the back addition, just the third floor. Did I misinterpret anybody? I mean, I'm throwing this out, did I misinterpret it? Everyone said third floor, everything else was fine. So that's,
it's put in 13 feet, right?
pardon me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's on a corner lot too, so there's different things that go in it too.
But I'd be fine with that.
What size is the current rooms, the two bedrooms that are there now? How big are they?
9 by 10,
And what will they be when you're done, if you've got the addition?
10 by 12, 10 by 14.
I thought they were bigger than that. I thought they were like 14 by,
But the one on the second floor,
yeah,
toward the front is much bigger.
right.
That's
The one on second,
14 by 16.
the one on the second floor is
Yeah, is
14 by
that-
16?
Then that's the master bedroom.
Yeah, it just is, right. It's just a bedroom number on this,
Yeah, not,
you know? They put a, 14 by 16.
Yeah, bedroom number 3 is larger than bedroom number 2.
Yeah,
Second.
yeah, a lot bigger. But they weren't even massive. They had one on the first floor. I thought that's what that was about,
yeah.
having it downstairs.
I think it's a little large, but I wouldn't be opposed. I wouldn't be adamantly opposed.
Why don't we bring it back and we'll vote on it, next meeting, and we'll take a look at it, and we'll get some answers.
And clarification on
Yeah. Yep.
DEP, Concom,
All right? And guys, go down and take another look, if you would. The neighborhood and what this is gonna compile to the other people.
Kayak by it.
How do we get the,
Huh?
just read the DEP list is,
I don't think
City
you're gonna
Hall.
get it FaceTime.
okay. The house was there,
He's got nothing. But that's just,
okay.
but Concom, one letter from Concom, they're not interested. And I'll look into the DEP too. I'll look into DEP too, put it on there. I'll look into it anyway, see if we need something. I don't think. Oh, well, we'll just look at the next meeting. We can get this done. And let me see, she wants to start construction probably in July. July. Yeah. Well, we're still arguing over, the third roof would be gone. It would just be a regular roof. So that's gone. Everything's staying the same with the addition. And the 3 balconies.
Done in 3 days, I have to have them 16, for you to be on the May 27th agenda.
Okay. By Friday?
By Friday at 9 AM, so they go out in the mail, so the board members have them on Monday. All right?
All right, we'll, make a motion to Concord and, it's just a regular 2.5 with the addition now, is what they're looking for. All right?
Okay. So they're gonna allow, they're allowing this subject to?
No.
No,
we're
we're just
not.
gonna continue this?
We're going to continue it, we'll get our answers.
Okay.
Have everyone look at it again, see what that addition's gonna do to that neighbor on that side and the neighbor on this side.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna mention these then, right?
Yeah, just say we're gonna, at next meeting, we're gonna have the DEP and Comcom will understand what's going on there.
And new plans?
And a new set of plans by,
Have them mark up the back,
16. Huh?
have them mark up the back extension so we can get a better idea.
Yeah,
Jim,
Jimmy,
Jim,
Yes.
can you mark the backyard with, the addition with, stakes and rope? Or anything, just stake it out and put anything on, okay? No, it's, yeah, but we're gonna be back here anyway, so it's,
I know,
things are
but
different.
we determined we don't want a third floor, just the roof that's there.
Just
now.
regular roof.
And that's what he's talking about, putting a balcony up in the attic.
A balcony on the 3rd floor, right, so you walk up to your attic, it's a regular roof.
Yeah.
You walk through, and the only thing up there is gonna be a balcony or
I don't like this.
a small centerpiece.
So does it have to be a finished balcony? I mean, a finished attic?
It's gonna look like
No,
this.
no, I don't care what he does with his attic, he can do
Oh,
whatever
okay.
he wants.
Just-
It's a regular, these are gone, those are all gone, no
Okay.
3rd floor
All right.
dormers. So it's just a
I've got
regular-
balcony coming out.
and then walking out, and he's gonna put a little balcony out there so you can sit on it.
Okay.